does speak into everyone's on high, and all of a sudden you come back again, have Drew to retire styles whenever he does retire, and you get kind of that more angry, more, you know, sort of visceral ring general who was out to absolutely not just retire AJ Styles, but, you know, just break them. I think I like that story better. You know, pick one through here. Keep in mind, I'm kind of hedging my bet on this one a little bit. And there's the next match. It is for the Undisputed Division title. Drew McIntyre defends against Sami Zayn.
This is ours, right? It's me and you, right?
It seemed like, again, everything was pointing towards us getting this match. Now you're trying to figure out what's going to be for the sleep again. Because Drew McIntyre has beaten Sami Zayn time and time again.
Mom thinks it's better one because that was our first time playing,
right? Beyond Saudi Arabia, where he is going to be loved by the fans. Everyone is going to be behind the idea of Sami Zayn capturing his first world championship in this set. And yet Drew McIntyre just won the title 7 weeks ago. And you've got to wonder, if WWE want to swap this title this soon, even if it is for a huge monumental moment like this, with Sami Zayn. And I just don't know if I'm there based on what we have seen from this whole situation and the way it played out to finally give Drew McIntyre his big moment. To me, the best scenario now that you've set this matchup, I don't know if I see Sami Zayn going into WrestleMania as the undisputed WWE champion. Yes, he could still lose the title at Elimination Chamber, he could lose it on a SmackDown, whatever. Give him just one moment here and then he loses it. But for what, right? And you could ask the same question about Drew McIntyre losing it. What was this all for if the guy was just going to lose the title several weeks later, other than just to get Cody out of the picture? And yet Cody's still going to probably challenge for the championship at WrestleMania no matter what? So, it's kind of confusing to me if you do have Sami Zayn here. I guess it would lead to the backlash of why do you even have the match? Well, you could do a 2-for-1 in this scenario. What do I mean? Well, you could have Drew McIntyre win, and then you can put Sami on the Rumble. So that way you're getting everything with Sami Zayn. And we'll get to in a minute how that could complicate the men's Rumble match a little bit when you try to predict the winner without. So I will give WWE credit. They have made this a bit more unpredictable in terms of how they're going to do this. Because remember, at the time, like we're thinking, okay, if they're going to make that swap from Cody to McIntyre, there has to be something that it leads to down the road, right? And you have to have a setup that gives fans a little bit more interest other than just, all right, they flipped the title and now they're going to flip it right back to it. If they were doing that match again, let's say they had another rematch between Cody and Drew in this setting, get it at the Rumble. You're just thinking, oh, Cody's just going to win. But the way they've set it up, I will give them credit. It's been a lot more, you know,
hey, shoot it, hey, shoot it. Okay, no, not getting
necessarily. I think Drew McIntyre. This is one of the greatest after you've ever seen. I've seen what come into your business and help you one-on-one develop your personal brand and go viral. And that's not even the craziest part. We will even help you turn those views into high-paying clients. Plus, we will give you access to all of our frameworks and systems that allowed us to generate billions of views to build a multi-seven-figure business. And on top of all that, we'll give you access to our extensive Rolodex of the best editors, script writers, and content strategists in the entire world. It's simple. We built the biggest business media channel in the world in less than 3 years. We scaled one of our companies from 0 to 7 figures without any paid ads in less than 12 months. And we have generated billions of views consistently, day in and day out. No other content coach can say that, not even close. And if you're wondering, that sounds great and all, but will this work for me? We helped Caesar scale to 77,000 followers from scratch to grow his global consulting business. John scaled to multiple 8 figures all through social media. Todd Napola scaled his commercial real estate company. He went from 3,000 to 135,000 followers on Instagram. We helped Cody cross $100,000 a month off from YouTube. Richard hit 12 million views on YouTube. Sylvia made $100,000 from a single YouTube video. We'd even helped boring businesses like doctors, lawyers, metal business card suppliers, and an insurance agency blow up. And we work with governments and nations like going to be involved with Cody and Jacob too. That's the way to set it up. SmackDown and Sami Zayn really hasn't been involved in that part of the story. But what they do with Sami afterwards, we're going to talk about it in a second. I'm going to pick Drew McIntyre. Retain the title. I don't think Sami wins here, but I think he can use this to get Sami into the Rumble Despite sometimes when you have these World Championship matches, that's not always the case. You always put the challenger, the person who loses, back into the rumble. You can see it here just to get the top for Zayn and to give him the opportunity to heighten that suspense. Can he get back somehow, despite losing this match? You can see Drew McIntyre doing the various.
I just told you that.
Over in this match, McIntyre retains, something like that. He's not going to lose straight up. Sammy's not going to lose this match. Simple 1, 2, 3, play more, and no kind of outside shenanigans. I think McIntyre will do something here to cheat, whatever he has to do to retain the title, and I think that's the story. Then you can have a reason to put Sammy into the Rumble and potentially win the thing. Will he do it? We'll find out in a second. Victory to win in this match to retain the undisputed WWE. All right, let's get to the women's. Because I think this could be a lot of kind of interesting possibilities as to how this plays out. The way WWE has built up the tag team division, I think on the women's side, makes this a much more compelling Royal Rumble this year. Because you do have all the dynamics of these teammates having to work together and to prioritize an opportunity to go to WrestleMania. And so, how both of those whether it's Rhea Ripley and Io Scott, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, keep going down the line, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Julia and Tiana James. Like, so I think the way they've done that, of course, the ones we're going to get to in a second. We haven't talked about one particular team. But the way you have all these different dynamics in play, I think it's going to make for a pretty fun Women's Royal Rumble match. Yes, you're going to have some surprises. AJ Lee will be back here, I would expect. People talked about Cliff Page be back. There are lots of other. I think we'll get some NXT women's superstars here, whether it's a Kendall Bray, something like that. You're going to see some up-and-coming NXT stars, I think, in this particular match, just as we're seeing on the men's side. The thing I think is the most fascinating here, when you try to pick the winner, it comes down to two for me. And it's probably not a big surprise of who that will be. I think your winner is either going to be Liv Morgan or it's going to be returning Bianca.
Follow the arrow, Goofy.
Because the WrestleMania scenarios for both kind of write themselves. If Bianca does finally make her return after this long sideline injury that we thought was not going to be anything that kept her out for maybe one month. She's been out for 1 month. Bianca makes her big return here. She wins the Rumble.
That was a good choice.
And then WWE gives a clear direction of where we're going. We're getting to that match we've been talking about for a while. That was Bianca Belair with Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. I think we're getting to that match no matter what. That's going to happen because I think that's the way you tell the story. How Naomi would have factored into this and all that is kind of fun to think about, but it always seemed like, knowing this time last year, that WWE probably, it was a little too early to make that match between the two. You wanted to give Jade a little bit longer, maybe to get acclimated for what they wanted to do with her. Now is the time. You have to get to Bianca versus Jade for the WWE Women's Championship. And I think that's where Bianca winning that title freshen things up a bit. Nothing against Jade, but her run has been largely forgettable to this point, just because she's not really defending the title, right? Hard to make a title run memorable when you're not defending the title. So I think it's one where Bianca needs to win this thing to get to Jade, and maybe that's it. But I also think Liv needs to win this, because I think that you can still get Bianca to Jade by having her win the Elimination Chamber, which would be kind of fitting based on the story that played out last year at Elimination Chamber. With the whole turn, Naomi, all this stuff, right? So I think that could be somewhat fitting if you had Bianca win that and you set it up for that. But I think when you think about the dynamic that's in play, with Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez, Raquel we know is going to get the shot at Stephanie DeCare next week. So the way they're setting that up, to me, I think there's way more interest here in the whole Liv and Roxanne scenario. And knowing how this is all going to play out, everyone is just set on the idea that Liv is the person who's going to eventually make the turn, right? She's going to turn on Roxanne, she's going to turn on Raquel, however she has to do it. She's breaking up the Judgment Day, all this kind of stuff. But I think it's way more effective if you have Roxanne be kind of what Liv was at one point, right? When Liv kind of started to make that turn, I think this is what Roxanne can do. She can be that next Liv Morgan. WWE seems very high on her. There are reports out there that say the same thing, and why wouldn't they be? There's an unconscious fear in everybody that maybe I'm not enough. The deepest fear everyone has. Everyone. I've dealt with kings, queens, presidents, countries, people in countries, at every level you imagine. We all have fear that we're not enough at some point. For those we love most. Funny enough, not smart enough, not strong enough, not rich enough, not intelligent enough, not something enough. That leads to a much deeper fear, which is, if I'm not enough, I won't be loved. And love is the oxygen of life. The meaning that your life determines how you feel. The meaning is based on the narrative you've created. You're at the edge of being called to a different level.
I know you have a free seminar coming up very soon.
Yes.
Time to Rise. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
3 days, 2-3 hours a day. They don't leave the house, they're at their work. They can experience, it's like going to a movie, something really changes your life. And we're going to show them how to increase their energy, figure out what's going on in their relationship, figure out how to shift what they're doing in their business, and make these changes in their part of their team. We've had hundreds of millions of people each year do this. We do it once a year.
Oh my goodness.
And it's free, it's totally free. It's January 29th to 31st. And so it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have people from 193 countries that participate. And then they have a fake.
Fan is excellent. She's fantastic, and she should be seen as one of the people who can win this race. Because I think the winner comes from either Liv, Roxanne, or Bianca. It's one of those three. I just think that the comeback appeal of having Bianca come back and win the Rumble makes sense. But think about it. They also did that with Charlotte last year. Having someone just come off an injury, come back, and, well, they're going to win. It seems a little predictable, right? Because they did it last year with Charlotte. Not to say it was a terrible thing, but we all knew that's kind of what was going to happen. They're going to do that for a second straight year, maybe, but I am going to pick Liv Morgan to win the Rumble. I think Liv just kind of is at a point right now in her career where everything is clicking, and I think having her win gives Roxanne more of that sort of, you know, that's something that she needs to eventually make the turn that is going to make Roxanne, if that makes sense. It's going to make her WWE career when she is the person maybe that turns on Liv. I think it works out so much better do it that way. People want to cheer Liv Morgan. They don't want to boo her, and she's going to get cheered a lot in this match. So I'm picking Liv to win the Royal Rumble. The most fascinating parts will be who's returning, who are the surprises, and I think Liv and Roxanne dynamic, I think, is one of the biggest parts of this match. All right, and that does lead us to the men's Royal Rumble match. Who will win to go to WrestleMania 42? It's a big question. And you know, we've done some videos here on the channel over the past week discussing the possibilities. Surprise-wise, do I think there are going to be surprises here? Absolutely, I do. Triple H teased it in all of this kind of media on ESPN, but I think they're going to deliver some surprises here. Chris Jericho is going to be a name that's going to be thrown out there a lot, but make sure I do a video on that. Have some thoughts on Jericho's return this week, likely here on the channel. So there's a lot to discuss here, because I think the men's Rumble match, like I said, the Sami Zayn effect is going to be everything. Because there was a time, we were talking about this 4 or 5 months ago, I thought Sami was the clear winner to win this Rumble and go on to WrestleMania to win his first World Championship. I still think Sami is a great choice here. If they decide to do what I said a minute ago, maybe you start the show off with that match, Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. I tend to think that may be the match that comes to show. Sami loses, he gets put in the Rumble, and now he has an opportunity. You're going to get the best of both ideas here.
Hi, I have high IQ. Why do I forget what I've just read before I even finish the page?
Your brain is untrained. 15 minutes of intelligence training a day will help you retain information better.
How long before I actually remember what I read?
What's the good?
Day 2, you'll notice less rereading. Day 7, information sticks immediately. Day 28, people will think you have photographic memory. This is the brutal truth. If you read a book and forget it next week, you didn't learn anything. You just wasted your time. You're trying to fill a bucket that has holes in it. Most people think a bad memory is permanent. That's nonsense. Your brain is a muscle. If you don't train it, it gets flabby. You need cognitive reps. The solution? Intelligence training plan. It's 15 minutes a day of intense memory drills, not boring flashcards. Real neuro training. In 30 days, you stop being a sieve and start being a sponge. Names, numbers, facts, they stick instantly. Stop being the guy who has to look it up. Be the guy who knows. Take the 3-minute quiz, follow the plan for 15 minutes a day, and unlock more of your potential. Tap the screen and get started.
They build engines for their APCs in here.
What happened?
Go up the stairs. Go up the stairs. Go up the stairs.
Hey, I can raise and lower that crane.
Yeah.
Is that useful?
Do you not know? You don't know what is it?
Maybe this crane can help us out somehow.
Who's gonna eat this whole Cheeto? Who's gonna eat this whole Cheeto? Girl, me.
May as well get the crane. See what it does.
Daddy, what did I do? Wow, what did I do? Daddy, what did I do? No. Oh, what? Shocker. What shocker?
See the bolts?
Yeah.
Hey, look, you see that thing that's flashing on the floor?
Yeah.
You gotta take that and wipe it into
To the door. I think that's the floating on sliding. There? These? That one? These? The blue things? It's already plugged in. Yeah, the blue things, Maya. It's not plugged in. Look. You should grab it. You're not a man? Not fish. Not fish. Oh, I see! Oh, wow.
Hey, Crane's over this engine thing now.
Engine thing. I've got an idea. Can you move the crane back to the assembly line?
Yeah, think I know where you're headed.
Can you move the crane back?
I'll just respond to him. You're not playing.
Gotta get the engine over to the assembly line.
You're not playing nothing. You're not playing nothing. You're not playing nothing. Daddy. Daddy. You're not playing. You're not playing nothing. You're not playing. You're not playing nothing. You're not playing nothing. You're not playing nothing.
Okay. Crap. Laser shorted out.
Can't route power.
Push the fuck.
Those nodes can work.
You're not playing nothing. You're not playing nothing. Hold on, booty. I said, hold on. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Okay, you only get 5 minutes. Don't have to play with it. No, don't stick the turn. No, I was just I'm not sticking the turn. You don't know how to play with it. I don't. No, you don't. I don't. No, you don't. Mario, why is it pooter? Wow, they wanted to play GTA 5 for some reason. What do you want to play GTA 5? I want to play 5. It's doing it by itself. That's a time of it. Honestly, Spider-Man. What to do? Hell. Yeah, just
Power to the laser.
it's time for action. Wait. Hold on. My mom. Let's show you how to play.
That glass is in the way.
Look, see, I told you. What? You told me what? I don't know. You have no idea. I don't. Oh.
There's a note on that crane.
Fine, I'm not gonna play Spider-Man. Okay, fine, you're gonna do it. TJ, fast you want. No, I wanna lay down with Daddy.
I can move the crane so my webs reach the laser.
You're out of here. Melissa, you had a 10-minute break and you took an hour. You're fired. Sure thing. Melissa, the 5-second rule doesn't apply in food service. I've
Gotta pull the crane back to where it started.
Have you
Then
really?
make the connection.
Marissa, I have to let you go.
Oh, on a break? Finally, I have been working for at least 15 minutes.
No, I mean you're fired.
Fired? I cannot believe this. I have never been fired from a job in my life.
What are you doing?
Getting my stuff and going. You believe I ran out?
You'll appear as first person to guess the total price of their outfits wins $100.
$700. $914.
What do you think?
Sit down. 900. 1,050.
I was gonna say 800 on the shoe, 400 on the shirt.
They're not even close.
How much is the cost? Too much.
Let's get paid.
How much do you think their outfit costs to buy? Let's go and take on this shop. First person to guess the total price of their outfits wins $100.
Thanks for coming. I normally don't invite many people over. Why not, dude? You have the whole basement. This is sweet. Well, my stepmom can get a little... What are you boys doing down here? I'm just showing Jackson around. What are you being too loud? I'm trying to watch my show. Okay, well, be quiet. Don't worry. We're about to go outside anyway. Well, don't be out too late. You still gotta finish my laundry. Sorry about that. That's okay, man, but do you think we could get a snack real quick? Hey, Melissa, have you seen the Nutella? Yeah. Right here. Why? You trying to make a sandwich? Yeah, if that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. As long as you don't mind if I get a little spoon first. Here you go. Thanks for coming. I normally don't.
All right, can I get you guys started with something to drink? We're just gonna do waters all around. No problem. I'll be right back with those. Thanks. Wait, Mom, I kind of wanted to get a lemonade. Sorry, hon, but you know it's just too expensive for everybody to get drinks. Dude, when they bring the water out, just ask for extra lemon. Then you can use the sugar packets and make your own lemonade. What? Does that actually work? Yeah, I do it all the time. Oh, what sounds good? Oh, I think I'm gonna get the chicken strips from the kids menu. No, it's for kids 12 and under. Oh, well, you can pass for that. Can I? I don't want to get in trouble or anything. You're fine. I want off the kids menu all the time. Hey, Mom, do you want to split the barbecue burger with me? Yeah, that sounds great, honey. Do you think there'll be enough food for both of us, though? Yeah, and I think they bring out chips and salsa, too, so we can just fill up on that. All right, here are those waters for you. Are we doing any appetizers today? No, thanks, but I think we're ready to order. All right, what can I get started for you? I ate way too much. I know, right? That was like the best burger I've ever had. What are these? Oh, they're little candy. All right, can I get you guys started with something to drink?
Bye,
We're just gonna do waters all around. No problem. I'll be right back with those. Thanks. Wait, Mom, I kind of wanted to get a lemonade. Sorry, hon, but you know it's just too expensive for everybody to get drinks. Dude, when they bring the water out, just ask for extra lemon. Then you can use the sugar packets and make your own lemonade. What? Does that actually work? Yeah, I do it all the time. Oh, what sounds good? Oh, I think I'm gonna get the chicken strips from the kids menu. No, it says for kids 12 and under. Oh, well, you can pass for that. Can I? I don't want to get in trouble or anything. You're fine. I want off the kids menu all the time. Hey, Mom, do you want to split the barbecue burger with me? Yeah, that sounds great, honey. Do you think there'll be enough food for both of us, though? Yeah, I think they bring out chips and salsa, too, so we can just fill up on that. All right, here are those waters for you. Are we doing any appetizers today? No, thanks, but I think we're ready to order. All right, what can I get started for you? I ate way too much. I know, right? That was like the best burger